Hello, and welcome to the Cursive Connection, the program where we teach you the art of cursive handwriting. My name is Mrs. Fletto, and I will be your television teacher. When you first learn to write, you learn to use manuscript or printing to write words and sentences. Letters and words in manuscript are written one at a time. They stand alone and are written straight up and down. Now in this series, we will help you to learn to write in cursive handwriting. Now the two most important differences between manuscript and cursive handwriting are that cursive letters are joined together and the lines slant slightly to the right. We will begin with positioning your paper correctly so it will be easier for you to get your letters to slant. We will then work on a few letters at a time. Now make sure to sit up straight and not to slump or slouch in your chair. And even though I will be using a pen here, you will be using a pencil. Also, you'll have a piece of paper like this, with a baseline, a midline, and a headline. Now for cursive handwriting, you'll need to position your paper correctly to get your letters to slant by turning your paper either to the left or the right. If you're right-handed, you want to slant your paper slightly to the left. If you're left-handed, you want to slant your paper slightly to the right, like this. Now since I'm right-handed, I'm going to slant it slightly to the left, so that when I write, my letters will slant to the right. Before we begin any of the letters, we need to learn the 4 basic curve strokes for cursive handwriting. Now the first stroke is called the undercurve, starting from what we call the baseline and curving slightly to the right until we hit the headline. We're going to do that one more time. We start at the baseline, curving slightly to the right until we hit the headline. Now let's practice that a few times by drawing in the air. And now's your chance to practice that on your own paper. Let's pick up your pencil and draw the undercurve 5 times. We start at the baseline, curving slightly to the right till we hit the headline. That's 1. 2. Now remember, if you make a mistake, it's okay. We don't have to erase. We just begin with the next stroke. That's 3. 4. And 5. Now the second stroke is called a down curve, starting at the headline and curving slightly to the left until you hit the baseline. So we start at the headline, curving slightly to the left until we hit the baseline. We'll try that one more time, starting from the headline, curving slightly to the left till we hit the baseline. Again, let's practice that a few more times by drawing in the air. So now it's your chance to practice on your paper. Let's pick up your pencil and draw the down curve 5 times. We'll begin with the headline, slanting slightly to the left until we hit that baseline. That's 1. Again, 2. Remember not to erase. It's okay if you make a mistake. We just want to continue working on that next stroke. That's 4. And the last stroke, 5. Now the third stroke is called the overcurve. It will look very similar to the down curve, except we start from the baseline and curve it slightly to the left and bringing it to the right until it touches the headline. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to start at the baseline, curving it slightly to the left until we hit the headline. Now let's practice that a few times by drawing it in the air. And now it's your chance to practice that on your paper again. So now you can pick up your pencil again and draw the overcurve 5 times. We want to begin at the baseline, curving it slightly to the left, bringing it until we hit that headline. That's 1. 2, remember not to erase. 3, 4, and 5. And the last stroke is called a slant, and it's almost like a straight line down the paper, except we bring it slightly to the left to make that slant. We're going to do it one more time. Remember, it's almost like a straight line, except we bring it slightly to the left to make that slant. Let's practice that a few times in the air. And now you can pick up your pencil and practice that on your paper. We're going to draw the slant 5 times on the paper. Remember, we begin with the headline, slanting slightly to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How did you do? Getting the slant is a little tricky. It'll get easier with practice. Goodbye for now.